Hi, I'm Allison.
And I'm Taylor.
And we're the hosts of the Anxiety Chicks podcast, where we dive deep into the reality of anxiety, nutrition, and mental health.
Listen as we explore all things anxiety healing while keeping it real, including our own struggles with mental health.
We'll bring our expertise as healing professionals to the conversation while discussing the tools and strategies you need to heal the anxious mind.
Listen to the Anxiety Chicks on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Everyone, welcome back to the Anxiety Chicks podcast. I'm Alison and
And I'm Taylor.
And we're excited to be back with you all this week. If you're watching on YouTube, I am in a different location. I am down at the beach, just kind of enjoying myself. I am here by myself, and it's been a little bit lonely as we get into like the story of my dating woes. But it's been nice. It's been really nice to be here. So you're maybe looking at a different background, but I'm here.
If you notice, my background's different too, and I feel like it's a little calmer. I feel like I was getting like overstimulated by my background, but also Allison and I are working on getting the lighting better for everybody and all that. So my other desk is like more by a window, and I was getting this like side light because you know how you kept saying there's still shadows, there's still shadows.
Yeah.
It's because this light was coming in on the side. And so it was like causing like a half blur on my, like not a half blur, but like when lighting comes in at a certain angle and you have like freckles and like pigmentation and stuff, it's like all you can see.
Yeah. Yes.
In certain lighting. You're just like,
yes.
You're like, my gosh.
That's why I couldn't even really actually get into this episode right away, because I honestly, my anxious little bully in my head is telling me how disgusting I look, and I don't even want to look at myself. It's so horrible. But I've been like sharing a lot about that little bully in my head and how it gets so loud sometimes. And right now it's a little bit loud. So I'm going to be a little kind to myself.
So funny enough, I have green eyes, but when we record, your eyes always look extremely beautiful. And once again, it was because I was having that light come into the side that they were looking brown when we were recording. And I'm like, Allison's eyes are so beautiful. Why are mine so like dark looking? But now that I got this new lighting, like I actually can see the green now.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And your eyes. Let's just like have a whole, let's like build each other up episode, because your eyes on your Instagram reels are crazy, like amazing. I mean,
well, yeah, when I can do certain lighting, but in some lighting it looks brown. I don't know why.
Yeah. No, I love green eyes. I feel
but yours are like bright blue, so they're always looking blue.
No, I appreciate you. I also feel like green eyes are rare. Right?
They're different, yeah. I even have like gold in them, like yellow and gold. It's weird.
So pretty.
But not when we were at the other angle, that's for sure. I was like, I have to figure this out. Like you were like, you have shadows, and I'm like, I know, I'm trying to figure this out. So guys, we're really working hard on our editing and everything. So if you could just give us some reviews, some shout outs, and say, hey, I see y'all. Like if y'all could see our setups with our lights, it's weird.
I mean, even
I look like I'm like overstimulated by the amount of cords around me.
No, I know it's the cords. I agree.
It's the cords.
Yes, but for the person who, I hope you're still listening, that left us a review a couple days ago about how it seems really choppy and how our episodes, we're really trying to figure it all out. I mean, you'd think we'd have it down by now. We've been doing this for like 5 years, but podcasting has changed so much that the platforms we use have changed. You know, the editing has changed. So many things have changed that we're working on it, and we're being patient. And by the way, that that person that left the comment was so sweet. It wasn't even, they weren't being mean, but just some constructive feedback about how snippy our sound has been. And we just,
hey, and I get it. We get it. Like when they
totally
posted that and you said to go read it, I said valid. I said valid, queen. Like yes. I can't stand, you know, it's almost like when someone's like eating.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And all you can hear is that little chomp chomp, and you're just like, I need to get that out of my ears.
Yes. And we're hoping that this episode and all of our most recent episodes are not like that anymore. But if they are, totally give us a shout out. Let us know. Constructive feedback. We're all open to it. We just want you guys to love it and love us and love this as you did from the beginning, if any of you are OGs. And if you're new, hi, we love you.
And we're just trying to gauge feedback from everybody on if there's anything that you're like, hey, your lighting's bad, your voice is bad, I don't like how Taylor sounds, I don't like how Allison sounds. We can work with it. We can try.
Yeah. Of course, we're saying that after I literally just talked about my anxiety bully telling me how horrible I look. So please just be nice.
They're like, fix your whole face. No.
Yeah, what? It's okay. I have had such haters, and you know you've made it when you have haters, so it's totally fine. I am good. I think getting into today's topic about me and my dating journey, I have
Part two
started.
update.
Yeah, this is part two. If you haven't listened to part one, go back and listen to part one. It was, when was it?
Last week.
Was it last week?
Before your first date. Yeah.
Okay, I hope it was last week. Okay, because I feel like I've been through 5 lives since that date happened. Because I've been really trying to be vulnerable. And if you want to follow along with my whole dating journey over the age of 45, and I've been single, not married, no kids, and trying, and I have a lot of anxious attachment, go and listen to that episode, but also follow me on the Anxiety Healer Instagram and also TikTok. I'm now posting a lot more stuff on TikTok. There's also there's a whole group now that you can subscribe to that where I talk on Instagram only about my dating, and it's like exclusive content. So if you want to, subscribe to that, you can too. And it's just going to be I'm going to be talking about what's been working for me and what hasn't been working. The part of my life that is really overwhelmingly huge with anxiety at this point is my love life, and me feeling very insecure about myself and about my age and about finding love, and just about how to move through this whole process without getting really discouraged, because I have a lot of I just have people in my life who are in a very different stage than I am, and that's sometimes I get in my head about that and I get really down on myself about it. You can probably see me, by the way, if you're watching, with my hands. I sometimes don't even know I'm talking with my hands, or I'm fiddling with my hands when I get really nervous. So I'm trying not to do it because it gets really annoying and distracting if you're watching me, but it's just kind of a nervous tick for me. I'm trying to see if I have like putty or something around, because sometimes I just have to use putty when I'm talking about something that's really vulnerable for me. So I apologize for that if you see that. But I'm going to keep it real, and I will update you by saying I went out with this guy on Thursday night and have not heard from him. So there's that.
Okay, you showed a little bit of, I saw on your Instagram, you showed a little bit of like the place. First of all, it was a really cool looking place. And he found that place, right? Like this guy was the assertive guy who created the plan for you.
I found that place.
You found that place.
So I suggested it,
cool.
but it's one of my favorite places if you're ever in the Philly area, Conshohocken. It's Hook and Ladder, which it actually is new in the last couple of years. It has a really nice sky bar that overlooks kind of like the town. I love it there because they do have really good cocktails and the food's really good, and it just has like an outdoor spot, which is quiet, which not a lot of places have. But anyway, I had suggested that at first, but he said he would be willing to like look around and make reservations. And he suggested another place that seemed really cool. So I said, why don't we start there and then see how it goes? Okay. So I have not heard from him. Here's the thing. If you listen to the last episode, he had on paper kind of everything that I was excited for. He was responding to me with his voice. We had sent voice notes to each other. He was really just so kind. He seemed like he really had a stable career and was a family person. Didn't know much about it, but was very responsive and just like inquisitive and all of this when we were talking on the app, I mean, right? And we only talked on the app. I am not really giving my phone number out at this point to anybody until I meet them in person. That's just my comfort level. Not for everybody, but that's just my choice. And so I also don't want like a bunch of numbers in my phone of just guys that I just don't want that. So anyway, we get there. I am looking around and looking for him, and I am a little confused because I don't see him. And then I realize he's sitting at a table. I was looking at the bar. So I thought we were going to be at the bar. And so it was a little awkward because I was kind of looking around, and anyone listening to this that has is, has been dating in this era of apps or dating websites or whatever, knows like the awkward feeling of walking in somewhere and looking around and not knowing where the person is that you're meeting. Like, you think that someone knows you're meeting someone on a first date. You're like, oh my God, these people totally know that I'm meeting an online date. And it just feels awkward. I am not really that concerned with that as much as anymore. I'm pretty like not insecure about that, which I'm proud of myself for. But I still want to know that the person's there. And I also don't want to be rude, like if the person doesn't look like their pictures or something like that, and I'll be like, "Oh, I didn't know that was you." Like, I don't want to say that. Because I could be, I'm like, if someone said that to me, I would think automatically, okay, did that look like my pictures or what? So it just, he was in like the corner and I didn't see him, but he looks like his pictures for the most part. And we talked. It was nice. I will say it was a little dry. I'm not sure the compatibility is there. I am very proud of myself for getting out there and having a fun time. I didn't really have any expectations. I was asking questions. I enjoyed hearing about his life. He really hardly asked me anything. He asked me a couple questions. He didn't really ask me any follow-up questions. I also did not laugh one time. I think I laughed actually once, but it was at myself. I said something funny. So I was like laughing at what I said, and I don't think he thought it was funny, or maybe he didn't understand my humor. I have no idea. And I just remember going to the bathroom, and this is kind of what I posted in real time on my page. I was in the bathroom and I
saw this.
Yeah, you saw this one? I
Yeah.
just remember thinking it's very dry.
Yeah.
There was no real banter. And I'm a banter person. I love like
Was he just like very serious?
having a witty conversation. It kind of felt like that. It was very, very serious. And honestly, he could have been nervous. And in my mind, I'm thinking a lot of people are nervous. And I'm not holding it against them. And you know what? I would go out with him again. Just, you always want to give someone a second chance. You always want to give someone a second shot. Like, you never know. You just don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen because he's not messaging me again. So I don't think I think he didn't feel the compatibility either. The other thing I will say, and maybe you can speak on this, Taylor, because this maybe is another reason too why we're not compatible, and that's totally, I am okay. And then I'll get into what happened over the weekend after I talk about this. But he works at a private Catholic school and he teaches religion. And I think maybe he's like a little religious. We didn't really talk about religion. I don't talk a lot about that on first dates because unless, I mean, it's okay, whatever anyone believes, but I know like I'm not compatible with somebody who has maybe a very, very, very serious like mission for some type of religion. I'm just not into organized religion, but I appreciate it. And I think I cursed sometimes. I think he didn't like that I was cursing. I honestly just feel like maybe there was something. Did he drink? He did. He had 2 drinks. But I think that, and this is honestly just speculation. This is real. He never gave me any indication that maybe he thought I was being like crass or anything. But I don't know. I thought maybe he was a little religious and didn't like I was a little bit, I don't know. I cursed a couple times, whatever. Anyway, not my person. I really, really just don't think that I would go out with him again, but I really just don't think the compatibility was there. So without like overthinking the whole thing, it was nice. I was really proud of myself that I went. I will say we went to the bathroom and I came out from the bathroom and he had paid the bill. So he did get the bill. But it also felt like he was really rushing me out, like he was ready to leave. Like the waitress had come over once and had asked if we needed anything else and we said no, and then she came over maybe a couple minutes later and she was like, "No, anything, are you sure you don't want to?" He's like, no, to check please, thanks, like really quick. I was like, okay. I know. I was like, okay. Bye. I'm thinking to myself, you know what? You can go. It's so nice out. I might just stay and have another drink by myself. I don't care. So then that was when I went to the bathroom, and I came out and he had already paid the bill, and I thought, wow, he really needs to go somewhere else. So this is fine, or he needs to whatever. He's really ready to leave. So we leave, and he gave me a hug, and he said, thanks so much. It was so nice. And he said, what are you up to next week? I said, well, I'm going to be down the shore a couple days, but I'm going to New York City this weekend, and yeah, and then I'll be back by like Thursday. And he said, okay, cool. Well, maybe, like I'll get in touch next week, or we can when you're back, or something along those lines. And I said, sure, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we gave each other a hug. Bye. Okay. So then I waited a little bit to see if he would send me a message saying thank you for the nice time. He didn't. So I sent him a message. But I will say, I sent him a message saying thank you for dinner because he had paid and it was really nice. And then he just sent me another message back saying, actually, I was going to look to see what it said. It was very, very short and nice, but definitely nothing that was like, I can't wait to do it again. God, I was just going to say, I think he unmatched me, but I found him.
I was like, what?
He like, so he said, thank you for making the time to see me. I hope you have a great weekend with your family and friends.
I think that's, what if he messages you?
If he messages me, I'll say, hi, how are you? I'm not going to say no.
Like, would you go on another one?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not like,
okay, that's actually not too bad. Maybe he's not like, how old is he?
42 or something. So
Maybe
he's like 3
he's
years
not
younger
a
than me.
big texter or something. And maybe he knows you're busy this week. And like by what's today? Wednesday? Maybe by tomorrow or Friday. I'm curious if he's going to message you.
Yeah. You know what? I already have a couple other people I'm talking to. So like I said, I'm really doing things
Playa.
different. I'm just really doing things different this time because, well, what am I supposed to do? I have to go on dates in order to find someone I want to be with. I can't just not do it, you know? What are you
So,
going to do?
okay, so wait. So I have questions. Okay, so you went with I think there was like three girls in your stuff, right? Three ladies. Are they
Okay.
single too?
Okay, this is the next part of this. This is the next part of this story. This has not,
Okay,
that's the
this is
next part.
after.
Yes. Okay. So that was
Okay,
Thursday night. I was going to New York City on Saturday
okay.
to celebrate a girlfriend's birthday. And it was four of us that were going out. So me and three other girls. Okay.
Single, married.
Okay. So my two of them are married. My
Okay,
other friend is single with no kids that was with us.
okay.
And they all have had lived in New York City at one point in the last 15 years. The one girl still does live in New York, and she has like an apartment. She's like travels, and she's awesome. I actually hadn't hung out with her in a long time, and it was so fun. And the other girl is my best friend from high school, Dorothy. And then Michelle, I hadn't seen, as her friend from college. I hadn't seen her in a long time. So I had started posting these dating stories to my Instagram and TikTok, though, probably like 4 days before that, like saying I'm getting ready for a first date in a year. I hadn't been on a date in a year. It was kind of like riding a bike, to be honest. So if you're listening to this or watching this and you're feeling so scared and you're just like rusty because you haven't been on a date in a long time, honestly, it's so easy. Just do it. I mean, just the anticipatory anxiety you're having is probably worse than actually going on the date. It Going there, it just said hi, it's just like sitting down and saying hi and having a conversation with someone. It really, really was just like riding a bike. It was fine. And now I'm like excited to do it again. So, okay. So I knew I was going to New York City and we were going to have like a girls' night because it was just a girls' night out, right? And I thought to myself, okay, this is a girls' night out. This is also New York City, which I know in New York City, I feel more comfortable kind of like thinking about meeting someone out, like meeting a guy when we're out at a bar or out at a club or something, because New York City are single people of all ages, and there's so many
Right.
different types of people in New York City. It's like people, of course, that are single in their 20s, but there's so many single people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s in New York. Like it's just
Do you not feel like where you live it's like that?
not in the suburbs of Philadelphia, but
Okay,
in
so you are in the
Philadelphia,
suburbs.
yeah. I'm about 25
Okay.
minutes away from the Center City, Philly. I think Center
Okay.
City, Philly is like a little mini New York, but it's just
Mhm.
not as much. It's not as much, really, honestly. I don't really know if anyone's listening in the city of Philly and you know some good places to go to for the 40 plus people, maybe 35 to 40 plus people. Please DM me and let me know. Um, because my friends and I, when we have girls' nights that I used to live in Philly with, and we go back every couple months to have just a night out, we literally never know where to go. We're just like, we don't want to be with a bunch of 20-year-olds. We don't want to be, we just don't. We're just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
we're like, this is weird,
Yeah.
And so anyway, but New York is different because where anywhere you go in New York, you will have a bunch of maybe 20-year-olds and then there'll be a bunch of 40 or 50-year-olds in the same place. It's a
Yeah.
different type of city. So I was so excited and I made a goal for myself. And I said, you know what? I'm going to break out of my comfort zone and I'm going to go and I'm going to talk to one guy tonight and I'm going to flirt with him. I'm going to go and I'm going to practice. I'm going to see who's out, who I think is cute, and I'm just going to go flirt with a guy and like approach him. That is so outside of anything I would ever like. I cringe at even thinking that because my anxiety bully now is getting loud again saying, you are such a weirdo. Like, there's there's women that are so much younger and more beautiful and skinnier than you. I don't know why you would ever think that some guy would want to talk to you out of all the other girls that are going to be there. And you're setting yourself up for rejection and you're going to feel bad about yourself again. So why would you do that? And that's just like the voice in my head. And I don't want to listen, or I don't want to listen to that voice anymore. I don't want to. I really want to rewrite this like narrative I have in my brain about my body and myself and who I am and all of the actual bullies that used to say things to me in grade school and like middle school. And I want to get those voices out of my head and I want to listen to myself and like listen to the voice that loves me now, and so I'm trying that. So I said, you know what? I'm going to try it. And if I get rejected or if the guy is really rude to me, what does that mean? That doesn't
Yeah.
mean that that anxiety bully is right in any aspect. It just means that the guy didn't want to talk to me. But there is going to be
Yeah.
someone who's going to love me and who's going to think I'm pretty. Like, right? I think so. I want to believe that. So, by the way, I had made this goal for anyone that's starting to kind of judge me and think, oh my God, well, you're just going to like go up to a guy. What if he has a girlfriend or he's married or blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm not going to entertain that. I said, if I see a ring on his finger or if I know he has a girlfriend, he says something like that, I am going to leave right away. And I'm going to say, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. And I'm going to walk away. Would
You
never
got to
enter.
start somewhere. Yeah.
Totally. And here's the thing, at my age, at 45, the pool of single men is very, very small. So I am always expecting that maybe someone will be married or like have a girlfriend. And until he says like I don't, then I'm not gonna like really be like invested in this for real. But I'm just hoping that I go up and the guy I talk to isn't. So I don't know. But if I did think that, I don't know, it would just, I'm trying not to create barriers for myself because there's no harm in going up and just saying hello to a man and trying to flirt or maybe trying to do it. And then if he's like, no, sorry, I'm married or I have a girlfriend and whatever, I would, okay, I'm so sorry, okay, bye. There's just no harm in that. Like, that's fine. I'm not trying to like take anyone's anything, but I do need to do something. I need to try something. So, because I did get a couple people on like commenting saying like, you're gonna like do that for practice, like what about blah blah blah. What? Okay, what are you talking about? Like,
Jeez.
okay, hold on, I need to take this off because I'm getting hot as I talk about this because
Hot and bothered.
I am, because I'm nervous when I talk about this stuff. And that's what, like, anyway, okay. So I so I decided that I told my friends that I was with, And both of them that were married basically said, that's an amazing idea. Go and do it. That's awesome. You should, girlfriend. I'm like, okay. So we just had like the best night. We went to this amazing restaurant called the Corner Store, which was like literally the best Caesar salad I've ever had in my life. And the steak, and oh my God, it was such a cool vibe. Like, for anyone, have you ever been to New York City?
No.
Girl.
I don't know if I'd like it.
I
I
mean,
don't like
yeah,
big
okay.
crowds.
That's, yeah.
It
Okay.
just seems like, I mean, I don't know though, because I live in like a city, so I don't know how
Yeah.
different it would be.
No, I
I'm
mean,
not
it can be
sure.
very, very intimidating. You have to at least want to be, you want to at least like be interested in seeing like the history of the city or the sights of the city. If you're not at all,
I
I don't
do
know,
have
it might,
interest. I do,
yeah.
but it just seems so crowded.
Yes. Well, if you're thinking of Times Square, yes. I mean, it is, and you know, city never sleeps. But I will give you a little idea of where to go, because New York, Manhattan is so big, and there's so many different pockets of Manhattan that are totally quieter and like amazing. We were, where did we go? Anyway, so we
Could
went to.
could you live there?
I wanted to in my 20s. My sister lived there for years, and so did my girlfriend. All my girlfriends that were there. So when I was younger, I used to go to New York all the time. Also, Philly is so close to New York.
Yeah, how far is it from where you are?
2 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my parents used to take my sister and I into the city to see plays for the weekend all the time. We used to go to New Year's Eve there with my dad and like their family friends, and like we would go to the Marriott Marquis and watch the ball drop. I mean, I was in New York since I was really little, so it's like that's kind of, I think you have to be used to the hustle bustle of it, but it is like the best city in the world. Sorry. I love it so much. So okay, so we go to this club, we eat, we have fun, we go to this club, and there it's like really fun. I'm just thinking, I have not been somewhere like this where it's not just all 21-year-olds. There were definitely a bunch of different types of ages there in, I don't even know how long. And like cute people and whatever, great music. I mean, early 2000s. I mean, Nelly Furtado. It was like a millennial's dream. Okay. So I, so anyway, we got this table, and this group of guys come right next to us. And there's like five of them, and they're definitely in their 40s. Like, we could just tell, like 40, late 40s. And I'm like, this is my chance. This is it. I got it. I'm doing it. Like, and there was a guy literally not far from me, and I just started talking to him. And I said, what are you guys celebrating? Are you celebrating anything? What are you doing? You know, all this stuff. And it was so fun. It was so fun talking, like being out at a fun place with really cool music. This guy was actually really cute, and he was totally flirting back, and I was just like dancing. And then after like 20 minutes, I realized he had a wedding ring on. Now, don't come at me.
No.
I know, don't come at me. I just did
Dang
not.
it.
I know, I should have, like, that should have been
Okay,
the
wait.
first thing I looked at, but this
Question.
place was so dark. I couldn't. Yeah.
Question. This man, do you feel you could have kept talking to him and like gone, oh my gosh.
100%.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's also the trouble.
When you noticed the ring, like what did you do?
Oh, I literally was like, wait a second. And it was so funny because I wasn't even talking to him at that point. We had flirted and like talked for a while. And I just like went, my friend got another drink, and we were just dancing away from them. And then I literally looked over and I saw his ring from like afar. And I was like, oh, how did I see that before? And I literally went up to him, like, I'm like, hey, can I hold your hand for a second? Like, he thought I wanted to hold his hand. And I took it, and I took his hand, and I go, what is this? I was like, you're married? And he's
What'd
like,
he say?
well, whatever. He's like, she's cool with it. Or I don't know. I don't even remember. I was
Hey,
just like,
she's
you're
cool with it.
ridiculous.
You're like,
I'm
good.
like, oh, okay. I'm like, you know, okay. I'm like,
She's cool
listen.
with it. Like, why even wear your ring?
That's
like,
what I
why,
was thinking. I'm like, take it off if you're like,
yeah, like
out
geez.
to do whatever. I don't know. But
So was the whole group married?
I actually have no idea. I don't
Oh,
know
okay.
because I kind of wasn't into that anymore when I didn't want
Okay.
to hang out with them anymore because
Yeah. You're
they
like,
just are
okay, I
not
see
my
that.
no. Like, why would I entertain that at all? And why would I continue to talk like that? No. So I did though. There was a part of the night I will say that I got very insecure because his friends were, well, first of all, he was married, so then I was like in a bad mood. I was like, ugh, that I could have like had, I don't know, just a fun night with him, but like
Yeah.
he was married. So then like his other friends that were definitely in their late 40s were literally talking to these three girls that were 22. They were so young and they were just so like excited to be talking to these guys. By the way, they were like movie producers or something that were like filming in New York. I don't know. So I'm sure they were using all that stuff to like woo these like young girls. And I just remember being like, I'm having so much fun and looking over and just feeling so old. And I had a moment. Now, at that point, I had like, maybe a glass of wine too many. So I was like, I need to go. And at that point, I was like, I need to go. Like, I'm tired. I had so much fun tonight. Now I'm starting to feel bad about myself. And that's just not like, I'm not ruining this night. It was a fun night. So I actually went home when I wanted to. And
Did your friends stay or leave too?
they ended up leaving. So me and my one friend left together. And then my other two friends ended up leaving like 20 minutes later or something. Me and my other friend went outside because it was so hot and we were just like standing there and they thought we were coming back in. And I said, I just want to go home. Like we walked out. There was a whole group of like line of 25-year-olds waiting. And we're like, see ya. Like, okay. But I did it. I flirted. And what I didn't realize, my friend got a video of me in the sky flirting,
Do you post it on TikTok and
which was
say, get your man?
so I was literally so excited. And I said, oh my God, yes, you got a video of me. I wanted to get a video of me so I could show all of my people that I actually flirted. And yes, I posted it. And well, it's going to be posted tonight, but by this time this comes out, you can go on my page and look at it. But no, I blurred his face out or I covered his face, of course. I'm not going to, no, I don't know who it is. I'm not doing
Have
that.
you seen those videos on TikTok of people like, if this is your man? Like,
Yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like, so brave.
I mean,
These men.
literally in the video, this guy wasn't doing anything wrong,
Yeah.
to be honest. He really wasn't doing, I could tell he was flirting, but he
Yeah.
wasn't like touching me or, he wasn't like he wasn't being creepy or anything. I mean, he might have been flirting. He wasn't doing anything really bad.
So this was Friday night?
This was Saturday night.
Saturday. So did you only go out one night or did y'all go out
Yeah.
again?
So we just went Saturday to Sunday. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Well,
and
New York
then
City might be your place. Like, I think you need to send this back.
I'm going back. I said to them, I'm going back. Well, the next day, we all didn't wake up till like noon. And because New York literally stays open, like just doesn't
Yeah.
close. So we didn't get home till late. But all of my other girlfriends were going to the Soho House, which is this awesome hotel. And you have to like they have a pool on the roof, and my friend's like a member of it or something. So we were gonna go to the Soho House and go, to the pool the next day and just like get brunch and, they were going to drink and stuff. And I literally was dead. I'm like, I'm going home. I am so
How late do you think
tired.
you stayed out?
Oh my gosh. Well, I definitely got back to we each had our own room, which is crazy too, because my friend had a corporate thing, like rate. And I got back at like 2:30. And then my girlfriend got back like 20 minutes after me and came into my room and we stayed up and talked till 3:30.
Oh my gosh.
It's probably like 3:30 or 4 in the morning, which
Oh my gosh.
probably has not happened in 10 years. I don't know, 15. I don't even know the last time that might have happened. But I was really, I don't know. I felt like I really, felt good in my outfit, like my fit I was loving. And everyone, like, I don't know. I loved the girls that I was with. There's no drama. They're so great. The food was so good. We were in a city that's just like amazing. And it was actually such a great time to go to if you ever want to, because everyone leaves on Labor Day. So it was very quiet. It was like pretty quiet in the city because everyone goes to the
Wow.
Hamptons. A lot of people go to the
Yeah.
Hamptons. Um, so it was just so, so nice. And the weather was amazing. We went to this rooftop bar for a drink before. But my point is, I flirted and I'm really proud of myself. And I'm like, what's next? Like, what's my next thing? I'm like excited. I want people to give me ideas. So can you guys go and
I think you
comment?
need to full send New York again, first of all. And then second of all, I think you need to tell us how you're talking to these other men now. So how did you meet them?
I mean, all of them are on Hinge. They're all Hinge.
Okay, but like you are getting all these connections, like are you manifesting all of this into your
So I think I'm kind of like, oh, sorry. I just got a message that I got a message on TikTok. TikTok people are so interesting versus Instagram. I'm getting all these
Yes.
messages on TikTok from guys saying, like, I want you.
They
What?
just say they like
I
what?
want you. Who are you? And then they're like, oh, bots. I'm like, ew, first of all, no.
Who's doing that and
I
why?
have no idea. Sorry, what did you just ask? Oh, Hinge.
Um you're you're the people you're talking so how many are you talking to and do you have dates lined
Okay.
up?
So this one guy just said, do you want to hang out Saturday night? And I'm cat sitting for a friend of mine and staying at their house for a couple days in Philly in the city. And I said to this guy, I'll be in the city if you want to get a drink in the city. And he said, what area are you staying at? So that might happen. This other guy just asked, what are you doing Friday? So we'll see. Maybe we'll do that. And then another guy said, are you free this Friday? So I have three that are
And I
potential.
think you have to full send it.
So maybe I'll send it. Maybe I'll full send
You
it.
have to. You have to full send it. You never know until you try. And I like this mindset you're in where you're just kind of like, okay, like if somebody doesn't like you, everybody's not for everybody. Like, okay, my friend and I were having this talk the other day. It's so funny how she'll send me pictures or like videos or TikToks of these celebrities or like athletes that she thinks are so hot. And I'll watch them and I'll be like, absolutely not. Like, that is not my type. And then I'll send her stuff and she's like, you are so weird. Like, our types could not be more different.
I
They are polar
know.
opposites. Like, I told her she's
Right.
married too. And I told her, I was like, dude, we would have been the best wingmen for each other
Oh my
because
gosh,
you don't
totally.
like any of the people I like. And I don't like any of the
Yes.
people you like. So we would have never
Yes.
been in competition. And so it's just funny. Like, it's not even about, you have to almost look at it as, it's not about me, it's
No,
I'm just not their type. I'm
no.
not and once you can accept that and realize that we are just these tiny humans on this orbit and life doesn't really matter, like it's not that deep. Like think about a rejection you had when you were young and you thought it was the end of the world. You know what I mean? Like when a boy didn't like you and you thought it was the end of the world. And you look back on it now and you're like, imagine if I stayed with that guy since middle school.
I mean, listen, your brain change. You're not even an adult at that point. Your
Yeah,
brain is
like
a baby. But I would
but
say,
at that age, you think it's everything.
of course, it's a new experience for you. Like, well, first I want to say, as far as, different, like
Types.
different strokes for different folks, right?
Mhm.
I think that's what makes the world go round. If everybody was attracted to the same person, it would be boring. And I think that there is something in my brain now where I'm sort of embracing that I really do believe in like soulmates. I believe that I don't know if who I'm going to be with will be my soulmate. That's okay. But I do believe that there is like real love in a way that's sort of you're meant to be with this person.
Yes.
And I'm starting to really like I did another post asking people to give me their best recommendations for romantic movies, not even just romantic comedies, but romantic series. Like I'm just rewatching The Summer I Turned Pretty because it's
You also watched The Map That Leads
The
to You.
Map
I
That
saw you
Leads
wa
You. My God, die. I was
so
crying
good.
so
So good.
Like, and I studied abroad in London and I traveled around Europe like that whole time I was in London in college. It just reminds me of that. And like, I want to go to Europe. I haven't traveled like that in so long. But yeah, that was so
Okay,
good.
I like this aura you have.
Yeah.
You're entering a new era.
I feel like I'm really loving it
This
and
is
I'm
very
feeling,
good for you. Like I'm happy for you.
oh, thank you.
This is
Nothing's really
really
happened
good.
yet,
No,
but
but you're doing it and like you're confident. You seem confident.
I am. I'm open to it. I'm open to it. I think that's, if there's one thing that I would continue to practice for anyone that's feeling how I'm feeling or has been in this position, is to learn how to open your heart and not have and not become cynical, because it is very easy as you get older to become very cynical. And I think that there's so many people in the world. I mean, you just, it might take you a while to get to that person who's your person, but you have to believe it's there. And I think what's helping me is like, first of all, it can be a slippery slope when you watch some of these things, because you don't want
It all
just,
happens so perfectly and
right, and life is not a
yeah.
movie. Life,
Yeah.
I don't want you to romanticize things, that's a slippery slope. But at the same
Yeah.
time, it's been helping me like believe in love, like really watching these things. Like, even The Summer I Turned Pretty is about high schoolers, and I just think about how my crush in high school and how I loved, it was such a huge thing for me. I had so many crushes in high school, but no one really ever loved me back. I never had a boyfriend. And even in college, no one loved me. I mean, I really fell in love the first time in my late 20s. And it wasn't even with a guy who, he loved me back, but we weren't like in love. We never, like, he was like a best friend of mine. But really, probably my 30, when I first said I love you, it was like in my early 30s. I mean, it's crazy, but I think I think I'm in a good place. I think you have to really start believing in love and believing that it can happen for you. And you have to literally meditate and visualize yourself with a person. So, manifesting to me in the last couple months, I mean, I've really changed my perspective on manifestation. And I do a meditation every single day that visualizes this partner in my life. And it's really changed my brain to believe that like this person exists. This person is exists. And I can like envision me like cuddling with this person on my couch in my house. Like, not that I have now, but this house that I visualize having it soon. And I have this person with me and we're watching a movie and we're making dinner and we're just having the best time. I'm just continuously trying to picture this in my brain.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I'm starting to believe it.
Yeah. No, and I feel it in you. You sound more confident. You sound more like I don't know how to explain it, but you should really go listen to our old dating episodes. I think you sound different.
I know. My gosh, maybe I should. I haven't. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I totally should. Now my anxiety bully's like, ew, don't listen to yourself. Your voice is so annoying. Why would you do that? That's what it's saying. But you know what? I should. I should go and
You have a lot to offer that a lot of women don't. Like it doesn't matter if someone's 20, 25. I know the older men the it's all first of all, do you want a man who really is interested in like what is a 21-year-old girl and
I
a
know, having
45-year-old
common.
man? What are they chatting about? Like I
I
need to know.
I know. I know. I want to
My
be like
friend and
a
I
fly on
always
the.
say that. We're like, what do they have in common? Like there's no way. So first of all, not the man for you. And then like my dad, I think about my dad. He's 60 and I think about him like 10 years ago, he would have never been interested in a 20 something year old. Like there's just
No, my God,
nothing.
my dad either.
And I
No.
look at my dad as like a quality man, a man that like, so one, not for you. Two, you're motivated, successful, intelligent, so many things beyond this image that we all look at. First of all, and you're beautiful, but second of all, it's like image isn't everything. You really have to think about that. Like one day we're all going to be 70 and 80 and we're not going to look like this. We're going to look a little
100%.
decrepit and
Yes.
at the end of the day, that's probably why a lot of people get divorced because they marry someone based on like, oh, that person's so hot. And then you have to spend time with that person every day and you're like, wait a second, I don't really like you.
Oh my
We have
gosh,
nothing in
right.
common.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
and I appreciate you. I appreciate that. You're so sweet. I think that,
I know
you
your
know,
friends tell you that too. Like, think about the careers you've made, the things you've done over the years. Like, not a
you
lot of
know,
women have that. I mean, and some man's going to look at that and be like, that's a boss.
yeah.
I love that.
Well, and here's the thing. Everything you're saying to me, I am slowly starting to really believe about myself, but that is where the work like
Hmm.
takes place. I mean, someone could be listening to this and saying, "Oh my gosh, all 7 of my friends I was with last weekend at my bachelorette party were telling me all of this stuff about me, and I didn't believe one of them."
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter
It
what other
doesn't
people are
matter.
saying to you. You have to deep down really learn how to love who you are and know the amazing things about you and understand that you have limitations and that you're not perfect, but that,
Yeah.
and that you're, and more importantly, you're always going to be enough for somebody if you feel like you're enough for yourself. So don't let anyone ever tell you you're too much, right? Oh, you, and anyone listening or watching, you should watch that Netflix Too Much, the Lena Dunham series Too Much with
Oh, I
Meg
haven't seen that one.
Stalter.
It's good.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Okay. Too much.
Yes. Yes. It's like my favorite actress, Meg Stalter. She's like this up and coming. I'm like obsessed with her. Um it's written by Lena Dunham, and it's just such a good portrayal of having this dynamic and meeting this person who has always felt like the girl was too much, like Meg Stalter was too much, and he treated her like shit. And when you feel so insecure about yourself, for some reason you're trying to seek out those guys to give you that validation, and they're going to end up hurting you the most and making you feel even worse about yourself than
Hmm.
you did before, because you're so insecure and you're trying to seek that like external validation, and you need to work on internally validating yourself. And so I'm 45. I am at a place where I think I've worked on it enough. Like, God, Dad, if you're up there, it's about time. Like, I'm 45, let's go.
Let's go, Dad. Come
Like,
on.
I think that I have learned enough and done enough work. Can we just like move it along? All right. Okay. So we'll see when there's going to be another update, you guys, on the pod. I'm not sure, but definitely turn on my notifications and follow me on Instagram and TikTok, because I'm going to be posting lots of stuff on there, like a daily, honestly, about what's going on. So thank you for giving me the platform to do this. And I'm excited for what's to come.
I love that for you. All
Thank
right.
you.
I'm sure we'll be back with an update.
All right, guys. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today.
We hope this episode reminded you that you're not alone and healing is always possible.
If something we shared helped you, the best way to support the show is to leave a review or share this episode with a friend who needs it.
And make sure you're following us on Instagram at The Anxiety Chicks for more support between episodes.
We're just 2 chicks on our own healing journeys, cheering you on every step of the way.
Until next time.
Take a deep breath. You've got this.